Name of Hūhana Lyndon.
Tēnā koe, Mr Speaker. My question is to the Associate Minister of Health and asks, does she stand by her statement that nicotine is incredibly addictive? And if so, what evidence-based solutions or actions, if any, has she taken to support people to quit nicotine?
The Honourable Casey Costello.
Mr Speaker, nicotine is incredibly addictive. There's not a single person in this House would dispute that. Unfortunately, yet again, the members are opposite continue to conflate two different issues. So I will try again to clarify. Smoking kills. It harms nearly every organ of the body, causing cancer, heart disease, stroke, lung disease, the list goes on. But let's be clear, nicotine is what keeps people smoking, it is not what makes it deadly. That's why this government is focused on supporting smokers to manage their addiction to nicotine by accessing lower harm nicotine products as alternatives to cigarettes. This has been standard practice for a considerable period of time. Once smokers have successfully quit, Stop Smoking services are able to support individuals to shift their focus to quitting vaping.
Supplementary. Why is her government funding RELX vapes as smoking cessation devices when, unlike all other smoking cessation tools, they have not been approved by MedSafe and have not been through a robust procurement process?
Mr Speaker, the procurement process has been complied with. The product is completely compliant and safe. It is supplied by a company with no affiliations to the tobacco industry, and it is completely compliant product and New Zealand owned. The issue that we're talking about is that this product is being funded by the Innovation Fund as a tool to apply to alternative products that will help smokers quit smoking. It is only provided through quit smoking services and only to adult smokers and only to those who have committed to a program of quit smoking.
Supplementary. Does she acknowledge that RELX determined an unusually high nicotine content for these vapes compared to approved smoking cessation tools, making them more addictive and therefore maximising RELX's financial gain?
Mr Speaker, yet again we are conflating the issues. We are talking about a product that is less harmful than smoking and therefore will allow long-term addicted smokers to quit smoking.
Supplementary. What is her response to leaked recordings of RELX employees stating, quote, "We've made effing bribes in New Zealand and Australia," and quote, that the thing, right, especially in difficult markets or markets with heavy strict regulations, all you have to do is circumnavigate them, is to go into the grey channels, end quote.
Mr Speaker, could she repeat the question? I'm not sure what the question was.
Products in the UK as well?
Yeah, I'm not surprised. We have them all over the world.
I think the biggest issue too is if they can figure out what we've done in Southeast Asia, like apparently making these payments that was telling me about too. I think that I heard about.
Yeah, they will require some very.
But that's only in, is that in all three markets or just two?
I think there is some form of it everywhere.
I thought there it would be like extremely difficult. We've made bribes in New Zealand and Australia.
But that's the thing, right? Especially in difficult markets or markets with heavy, strict regulations, all you have to do to circumvent that is to go into the grey channels.
No, but I'm talking about making like government payments.
Oh no, we don't do that explicitly in Australia and New Zealand. But government payments are not a problem for us because these are extremely, how should I put it, subtle. It's just like how the big tobacco does it, right? They go through like multiple shell companies and associations and consultants and agencies and whatnot. And it's almost, you need to have a very persistent investigative journalist to find out it. Okay. Or it's recorded.
Okay. Well, investigative journalist is one thing, but if a government comes at us?
It's hard to get a proof, yeah.
Okay.
What is your response to the quote?
We'll hear the question again in silence, but I think that some care needs to be taken over the question.
What is her response to the leaked recordings of our RELX employees stating, quote, "We've made effing bribes in New Zealand and Australia," end quote? That's the thing, right? Especially in difficult markets or markets with heavy, strict regulations, all you have to do is circumnavigate them is to go into grey channels, end quote.
Mr Speaker, my response to that summation of quotes is the fact that she's missed out the section where the people in the recording are saying, no, 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 that's not what we do, and also that this is a 2023 recording in Singapore, which has no connection to New Zealand markets or New Zealanders.
Supplementary. What is her response to leaked recordings What is her response to leaked recordings of RELX employees stating, quote, "I'm talking about making like government payments," and in response, quote, "We don't do that visibly in Australia and New Zealand, but government payments are not a problem for us because these are extremely, how do I put it, subtle," end quote.
Mr Speaker, the inference that this New Zealand government has received bribes is abhorrent, and I reject the premise of that question.
Supplementary. Will she ensure the procurement process for RELX vapes undergoes independent investigation in light of these comments from RELX employees? And if not, how will she address the concerns from New Zealanders about the procurement of these devices?
Mr Speaker, I have met with officials today. I'm confident in the procurement processes. We have produced a product that will allow smokers to quit smoking, and we stand by that program of work.
Question 2, Jenny.